Hey everyone, Michael Short here. Come on, let's go outdoors. Well, welcome to the Crow's Nest Pass area. Kind of excited to be down here this weekend. It is a Bear Aware program that is being taught, and it's a real pleasure to welcome Chrissy Poole, who is you're the lead person for the Bear Aware program in the Crow's Nest area.
Yes, I am the president of the Bear Smart Association here.
And talk a little bit about Bear Smart. What's sort of the mandate?
Our mandate and our mission in town is really to educate and work with the community to keep coexisting with the bears and all the wildlife here safely, but also respecting that this is their home. And if we approach that with that type of attitude, then everyone can go about their ways and a peaceful coexistence.
So when you have these training courses for members of the public, as we saw today, I mean, close to 40 people have shown up. That kind of must make you feel kind of good that people are, who want to come in the outdoors, enjoy their local surroundings, are taking bear awareness very serious.
Yes, it does. It's a good feeling, and it makes us proud that our community is accepting and seeking out that information. But also, we like to see people who want to get out there and be safe for themselves, but also respectful of the wildlife that's here, because this is such a beautiful valley and everyone should be able to share it safely.
Well, we've got several hours out here on the ground, folks, so we're going to head back to the main group and see what they're learning, and lots more coming up.
See, I just heard a crash over there. Let's just think about it. Look for the tracks on the ground, things like that. There's even rub trees where bears have rubbed the tree and there's a bunch of hair. So your purpose being out there is to enjoy it. So take 5 minutes, look around.
So now that the classroom session is over, it's time for the students and instructors to come into the woods and get real with some bears.
Bear. Holy cow, there's a bear! There's a bear!
Go! Go!
Holy crap, she's awesome, look at her.
Well, right now, real pleasure to be joined by John Clarke, sort of the mastermind behind this Bear Smart demonstration and the course itself. John, talk a little bit about some of the key components that you felt were really critical to bring to, pardon the pun, bring to bear with this program.
Because I was an officer for 34 years, I've been involved in a lot of maulings. So this course I put together, it covers a lot of the things that actually happened. So it's broken down into different components. One, we're just identifying bears, claws, different characteristics, food habits and denning and things like that. The second is how to use proper bear spray. When to retreat, when to be taking the clip off. What we do teach is sidestepping away instead of backing up, because when you're backing up you tend to fall. So we teach a sidestepping where you're watching the threat plus watching your escape route, and then when to spray. You're actually spraying on the move, because the bear is going to do different things. Either it's going to run away, go up a tree, stand there, look back a few times, maybe there's a cub behind it, or come towards you.
Obviously, the mechanics of utilizing spray and understanding different scenarios comes with experience. But I guess something that everyone can kind of get their head into the game the moment they get out of their vehicle and start to head down a trail in the backcountry. I guess that might be just the most important thing.
Yeah, take that 5 minutes, have a little briefing, say, okay guys, does everybody have bear spray? Okay, is there bears in this area? Historically, do you know the area? Basically when you walk in the woods, take that 5 minutes, look around, listen for those other animals warning you, maybe a predator around, such as a squirrel chattering away, or maybe some ravens or eagles eating on something. So always be aware of your surroundings. And plus, obviously, when you are walking through the woods, every so often say, hey bear, really stir in a stirred voice to let these animals know you're approaching. Because it could be a moose with a calf, an elk with a calf, or a cougar with a kitten, you never know, or a bear with a cub. So you want to give them time to get out of there because they know you're coming.
How would someone, I mean, this was a 4-hour course, but how does someone kind of take all the different scenarios that you laid out and sort of keep them front of mind, because to me, I was just like, I'd never remember that.
Yeah. And we try and make this one so realistic. You know, I'm in my little bear suit. We're doing it in a wooded area. So some of those things they'll remember. They can always phone us and ask, what should we do? I kind of forgot. But it's better than, watching a video or sitting in a classroom, because you forget right away.
Right.
So these ones, when you teach a course, hopefully they'll remember 50% of it. The biggest thing we teach, which you have seen today, is either you're not saying a word or you're yelling at the top of your lungs on those bears that are totally habituated, that are coming at you, or that predatory bear. So either you say nothing, but you're always retreating, you're always getting out of that space.
Who is this course for?
This is for anybody that goes in the woods, from families. Like today, I was approached by a husband and wife, and they want to take their kids out. They say, how can we do this for their kids? So I explained to them, I've done this before with a family of 4-year-old kids. So we set up something that how dad scoops up the kids and mom fends off the predator with the bear spray. Industry, tree planters, basically fortists, anybody that's going in the woods to do something where they could encounter a predator, or simple as a moose with a calf, because they're just as aggressive, right?
I guess finally, John, talk about if there was one or two things, like for me anyways, I can only remember one or two things. If I'm going into the woods where there's critters, what should I have top of mind?
Common sense. Okay, number one is common sense.
Yep.
Take a bear awareness course, such as the one I put on. I started a business called Canadian Bear Safety Authority, where as you've seen today, I'm doing everything. I'm teaching how to do spray in the woods, on props. I'm in a bear suit coming at you through the trees. So that's as close as you're going to get to a real life encounter. So people need to take these courses. But the biggest thing is practice, practice, practice. Like some of the ladies talked to me after. I said, you know what, ladies, every time you go for a walk, practice what I taught you today. It take 30 seconds, but practice. It's got to be muscle memory. Basically, if you see a bear or a cougar or a moose coming towards you, that spray should already be in your hand without you even knowing it. Creating that muscle memory and how to use it.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for having me come down. It was a real hoot to watch you at work, as it were, and getting involved in this course. Wish you nothing but continued success. We'll put a link down below on where you can get more information on John's course and, of course, on the Bear Aware program here in the Crow's Nest Pass. So till next time, folks, I'm Michael Short. Let's go outdoors.